Hey everyone, this is Dr. Alibhai here. This is an exercise video and some quick tips for all the climbers out there. It's a special request. Anyone who actually does a lot of climbing, doesn't matter if it's for exercise or for your job, a lot of reaching. One of the biggest things that we find is that when we're climbing or reaching is that this shoulder doesn't get locked down. We end up bringing it forward. We use too much of our pec, too much to the front of our arm, and a lot of this gets really tight all the way into your palm and your fingers. So one of the most important things, I'm going to show this on Mark, who's volunteering. I'm going to have you standing facing that way for me. Take a couple steps back towards me and just pivot this way. And what we find is that if you bring this arm up overhead, is we're getting too much upper trap activation up through here. This gets very tight, and this shoulder, which is this triangle here, this shoulder blade, isn't locking down enough. And there's two reasons for that. Is because of the mobility in your shoulder is missing, and you can see that he's got this bend in his arm there, and that's because he's got quite a bit of tension right in through his lat, which he's cringing as I go through there. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take a lacrosse ball right here, and you're just going to come up against the wall, and you're going to put the ball right through here, and you're going to actually go back and forth along the wall. Yeah, not up and down, but back and forth, and that's going to release the tension through there while you're reaching at the same time, okay? So it's an active process. Keep reaching and then keep trying to put the ball through there. And then what you'll notice is that it's going to be quite uncomfortable. Okay, let's go back to where you were before. Good. And what we'll notice is that just by releasing that, he's going to get more range back. And it's just so simple and straightforward just by getting rid of that tension there. And the next thing you're going to do is just take the ball and you're going to lean up against the wall and roll this out through here. And then you're going to hit the pec in the front as well, just by putting the ball up against the door jamb and leaning in and getting that through there. And as you're doing that, you can bring the arm up at the same time. So we're trying to get the range of motion in the shoulder back. I'll get you back here for one more second. And then the next thing, and just face that way for me, is we get really rounded through here. We actually want to get mobility, more mobility back in the middle of the back. So use the foam roller in a horizontal direction. Check out one of our videos about that. And what you'll find when you're done that at the end is you're going to get more of that range of motion in the shoulder back. This will be straight. This muscle is already looser and not turning on. And you'll have a lot more strength in your shoulder and stability and less tension developing in your arm. You can use a lacrosse ball through here, up against the wall at the same degree, and actually just get a stretch in through the end. I know that a lot of you are doing this already, but put the ball in there against the wall and pin it and stretch it and start opening up these areas. And it should be painful when you do the exercise. You should be able to breathe through it. They'll make a big difference for you. I hope this helps you. Do this before you start climbing so that you get your range of motion and mobility back, and then you can go for it. And at the end of the day, before you go to bed, do a little bit more. Have a great one.